In this video, I'll be taking you through designing custom data entry forms. Custom data entry forms allow you to set up a form that can look like your paper form. It allows you, in a spreadsheet kind of view, to lay things out the way you want to. You essentially link a cell to a variable, and then when you enter data, users go to those cells and enter their data. So I've got a blank spreadsheet up here. It kind of looks like our spread report designer. It's got a gray background, and that tells you, first of all, that you're in custom data entry design. And also allows you to do some things that with white cells you can then move to the next cell. So you can set how a user will type in data and hit enter, and then it'll move to the next cell for them to enter data. So in this case, I want to go to locate daily variable. And I'm going to bring up the variable browser, and let's say I want to just enter data for variable number 1, influent flow. So I come in here, I got influent flow. I'll place the date that I'm entering data for beside the data. And I'll check off 3 of my headings so I can see what variable it is. Notice it says I want to enter data for 1 day. This is the most common one, but you could actually set up weekly forms this way and other things. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. What it does is it lays it out for me and it puts the data in here. Now right here, if I click on this cell, notice down in the corner it says this cell, it's white, but it's linked to variable 1, influent flow, and the comma 1 means day 1. So when I click here, this isn't linked to anything. Now, I can take this cell and drag it anywhere I want to rearrange this form. So maybe I just want to say this is influent. I don't need to know the variable number. And I'm going to drag date up right here. Okay? Say the word flow, and maybe I want to put the units out here, MGD. So now what I can do is I can come in here and do locate daily variable. Maybe in this case I'm going to do effluent flow. Pick that variable, click OK. In this case, I don't need the heading anymore. I just want to locate 1 day. I'm just going to link effluent flow right here because now I can come in, type in effluent, type in MGD, and use any of the spreadsheet tools that I'm used to using. I can center this data. Maybe I want to make these cells bold. Maybe I want to change the font so it's a little bit bigger, a little easier to read. Overrode my bold setting. So I can come in here, change widths of cells, have any kind of prompts you want. So I could type instructions here. Remember, data must be entered by 8 a.m. Okay? So again, I click here, that link to variable 1, click here, this is variable 4001 effluent flow. I can also design the form to allow me to look at hourly data. So if I go to locate hourly variables, I click here. It says there's no hourly variables in effluent. I'm going to click on influent. I've got my influent flow hourly. And right here, I can label the data, the times, and also I'll put the variable name and location here. And that locates that data in. Now again, I can make this column wider so I can read that a little bit better. Let's be a little wider yet. And notice now when I click on the cell, this says this is variable number 2 for day 1, hour 2, hour 3, so forth and so on. So not the prettiest form, but I can drag and drop this stuff around and lay it out in any way I want and have any prompts that I want in the data. When I'm done with the form, I simply click Save. give it a name. And I've got a group called Custom Data Entry, so that seems like a good place to put it. I'll click OK. Go ahead and exit out. And now if I go to Data Manager, Data Entry Forms, in my Custom Data Entry, I've got a CDE flow form. That's the one I just created. I go ahead and open it. And now it moves to that white cell. So the cursor's already there. It says I'm entering data for influent flow for Sunday, November 6th. That's yesterday. I can change the date up here, but I just go ahead and I type in my flow is 2.55. My effluent flow is 2.65. And now my hours, I need to make this cell a little wider because it's bleeding in. That's why they were not white. And now I can type in data here, 2.4, 2.3, so forth and so on, as I have to enter my data. Once I'm done, I can go ahead and click Save, and that data is saved. The data is appearing in blue here, again, just because data approval has been set up, so this data is at the status entered. So I can also approve data in here. But again, custom data entry takes a lot longer to design than monthly data entry forms. But if you want to match a paper form, have users just hit enter, it moves to the next white cell, you can make data entry very easy for a user, make them look just like your paper forms. Thank you.